Welcome to today's lesson on interdependence in a community, where we will explore the significance of different organisms within an ecosystem relying on each other to survive and thrive. In our lesson today, we will delve into the concept of interdependence in a community. You will learn to describe how various species and their environments are interconnected, and understand why these relationships are crucial for ecosystem stability and survival. So far, you have learned about what ecology is and the concept of competition within ecosystems. This foundational knowledge helps us understand how organisms interact with one another and with their environments, setting the stage for discussing the idea of interdependence. Understanding the importance of interdependence in a community advances our biological understanding by highlighting the delicate balance that sustains ecosystems. It underscores how the survival of one species can be vital to the survival of others, and illustrates how changes in one part of an ecosystem can ripple throughout the entire system. Let's get started. In any community, species rely on each other for essential resources such as food, shelter, pollination, and seed dispersal. This interdependence means that any significant change affecting one species can have a knock-on effect on others. For example, if a disease wipes out a particular plant species, herbivores that feed on this plant will struggle to survive, affecting the predators that feed on those herbivores. A stable ecosystem is one where species and environmental factors are in balance, maintaining relatively constant population sizes. Examples include tropical rainforests and ancient woodlands, both of which have been around for thousands of years with a stable set of many interacting species. In stable ecosystems, species diversity is high, meaning many different types of organisms coexist. A stable ecosystem also has ecological niches. An ecological niche is the particular role of an organism in an ecosystem and is defined by the way it interacts with its biotic and abiotic factors. This includes things like its diet and habitat. When ecological niches are fully occupied, this reduces direct competition for resources. Nutrient cycles and energy flows are balanced, supporting the long-term sustainability of the ecosystem. Any significant disruption, whether due to natural events like wildfires or human activities like deforestation, can upset this balance. The removal of one species might lead to the overpopulation of another, causing further imbalances and potentially leading to a collapse of the ecosystem. Let's work through a question to apply our understanding of interdependence in a community. In a pond ecosystem, if frogs, which eat insects, are removed, what could happen to the insect population and plant life? Pause here to have a go. Now let's go through the answer. Firstly, let's understand the chain reaction. Frogs are insect predators. If they are removed, insect numbers might increase because fewer predators are eating them. Next, predict other effects. With more insects around, they might consume more plant matter, potentially leading to a reduction in plant life. In conclusion, removing frogs could cause an increase in the insect population and a decrease in plant life, illustrating interdependence as changes in one species impact others. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to explore the history of interdependence in ecology. Interdependence within ecosystems was illustrated dramatically by the work of Charles Elton in the early 20th century. Elton is known for developing the concept of food chains and food webs, which highlighted how species rely on one another for survival. His research, including studies in the Arctic, helped to show how ecosystems are structured and how the removal of one species can have significant impacts. This was a striking realization because it demonstrated how tightly connected living organisms are, even in the harshest environments, laying the foundation for our understanding of ecological interdependence. In today's lesson, we delved into the concept of interdependence within a community, particularly within the context of adaptation, interdependence, and competition in ecology. We discussed how different species within a habitat rely on each other to survive and thrive. This interdependence can include various interactions such as predation, mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. For example, we examined how predators and prey maintain a balance in ecosystems, how pollinators like bees and flowering plants mutually benefit from each other, and how some plants depend on animals to disperse their seeds. We also explored the significance of these relationships in maintaining the stability and health of an ecosystem. By understanding these interconnections, we realized that the decline or removal of one species can have far-reaching effects on the entire community, leading to changes in population sizes, resource availability, and even the physical environment. We acknowledged the features of stable ecosystems, where species and environmental factors are in balance and resistant to change. To conclude, the lesson highlighted the importance of interdependence in communities, emphasizing that each species plays a pivotal role in the ecosystem's overall health and stability. By understanding these dynamics, we can better appreciate the need for conservation and the protection of biodiversity,